Greetings, my Sith Eternal cultists and various entities from throughout the Star Wars mythology. My name is Star Wars Brainbusters, and today I'm about to abduct you into a new story about Snoke. Snoke being a topic we love to cover here on the channel. Snoke is one of the most mysterious, enigmatic, powerful, and dark-side imbued entities we have seen throughout the Star Wars canon mythology and universe. We first see Snoke in The Force Awakens, making his debut as a new big bad for the sequel trilogy. Although this would be altered halfway through the trilogy by Rian Johnson in The Last Jedi, with Snoke's unsuspecting death. Snoke was an exceptionally powerful dark side wielder who was originally forged as a Strandcast clone in order to embody Emperor Palpatine's will and report on the galaxy's deeds while he was inactive on Exegol and while his Sith Eternal cultists, the beings he trusted more than anyone in the entire galaxy at the time, even above Darth Vader during the reign of the Galactic Empire, was actually working on a clone body in order to build Palpatine into a new empire. Throughout the sequel trilogy, we can see that there is one character that Snoke admires above all else, that being Darth Vader. Darth Vader obviously being one of the most brutal and ferocious tyrants to ever terrorize the Sith Order and the galaxy at large. Darth Vader truly scorched his mark into a burning galaxy once the Galactic Empire ascended to power and prominence, with him killing more Jedi reportedly than any other killer in history. Mainly with his lightsaber, Vader was speculated to have killed hundreds of Jedi, killing nearly all Jedi, that survived the Great Jedi Purge, murdering them viciously and mercilessly, attempting to get back and make the Order that wronged him feel a small fragment of the sacrifice that he had to make, and have them die, writhing in pain at his feet. But why did Snoke have this infatuation with the ideologies, image, and power of Darth Vader? Well, today we are going to be answering this very question as we search the ruins of the supremacy, open up ancient Sith holocrons on Exegol, and interrogate the Sith Eternal cultists on why Snoke held such a deep, lore-infested fascination with one Darth Vader. To this, we will have to look towards a quote that Snoke says himself about Darth Vader and the Galactic Empire in general. Kylo Ren, I watched the Galactic Empire rise and then fall. The gullible prattle on about the triumph of truth and justice, of individualism and free will, as if such things were solid and real instead of the simple subjective judgments. The historians have it all wrong. It was neither poor strategy nor arrogance that brought down the Empire. You know all too well what did. Ren nodded once. Sentiment. Yes, such a simple thing, such a foolish error of judgment, a momentary lapse in an otherwise exemplary life. This proves that Snoke thought of Darth Vader extremely highly. The quote continues, "Had Lord Vader not succumbed to emotion at the crucial moment, had the father killed the son, the Empire would have prevailed, and there would be no threat of Skywalker's return today." Snoke goes on to say how he believed that Darth Vader led the preeminent and greatest life that a Darksider could, slaughtering any light side wielder that got in his way, being a dominating force that could change the tide of battles, and essentially becoming one of, if not in the top 10 most powerful Sith Lords of all time, surpassing even some of the most powerful Sith Lords like Marka Ragnos, and even surpassing his own apprentice in Starkiller, in my opinion at least. Darth Vader was an exceptionally powerful being, and Snoke certainly is as well, with my opinion Snoke being slightly more proficient and masterful over the Force than Vader, but Vader certainly has it in physical capabilities. Nevertheless, I'm going to create a video on Snoke versus Vader to answer this question. Anyway, Snoke seems to be so fascinated with Darth Vader, and this possibly could lead back to a plot point that actually is Snoke's obsidian ring. Snoke's obsidian ring is actually crafted from obsidian harvested from the catacombs underlying Darth Vader's castle on Mustafar, the flaming planet overlooking his greatest defeat and cripplement by Obi-Wan Kenobi, his former master, in Revenge of the Sith. At some unknown point in time, Snoke ventured here, willing and ready to uncover any secrets about the Sith he could, and crafted this obsidian ring engraved with the glyphs and runic patterns of the Dwarti. The Dwarti were the statues that Palpatine held in his office, one of which bearing Darth Plagueis' remains. Snoke seems fascinated with Darth Vader because Darth Vader is the pure embodiment of what he thought a Sith could be. However, while this is a defining characteristic and trait of Snoke, this is not entirely why he is so fascinated and intrigued by him. In short, Snoke is so fascinated and intrigued by Vader for one crucial reason, and that is because Ben Solo is. The only person in the galaxy who admired Vader more than Snoke was one Ben Solo, Kylo Ren. And through this, Snoke hoped to form a bond with his apprentice. He had seen the failures in Darth Sidious's relationship with Anakin Skywalker and hoped to remedy it. By fully immersing and submerging Ben Solo in the darkness, Snoke hoped to create a pupil of pure shadow that he could dispatch at will to get rid of any enemies that he see fit, and to kill any being and creature that he saw as a threat to his schemes and machinations, to kill the dying Darth Sidious on Exegol by depriving him of Rey. Snoke wanted to connect on Ren with a level that Sidious never could with Vader. Although Sidious acted like a father figure to Anakin during the time of the Clone Wars and his most troubling days, it would be nothing compared to how Sidious would treat his so-called friend in the Galactic Empire's reign. Sidious would treat Vader almost as a lapdog, a failure, a creature that detested him, that he loathed. Sidious would call him friend in order to offend him. Vader had lost everything, and now all he was clinging on to was the Emperor. The Emperor knew this, exploited every single moment, and multiple times highlighted the fact that he would much rather have a much younger, more powerful apprentice, especially when Darth Vader came close to betraying him. Well, my friends, this is the reason that Snoke was so fascinated and intrigued by Darth Vader. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and will tune in for more of my content soon. We're almost on the road to the final installment before I can compile the Snoke lore compilation, which will be over an hour long. Goodbye, my friends. This is where I bid you farewell. Adorn yourself in your golden Kahat robes, and ensure that you have your lightsaber adorned to your belt. There will be blood as we track our way through the marshes of space.